everybody keeps talking about, which is just, it's a bit exhausting.
Yeah.
Because you can't use something as an example if you're not going to do the thing that they actually did. The leader who came in and cleaned up this mess didn't listen to all these sideshows. He came in and he was bullish in nature, where they said, okay, you know what? If we're going to follow the rule of law, the people who've had their hands in the cookie jar, lock them up.
Yeah.
And it was among some of the first countries in the world that we saw actually jail former presidents, jail former security heads, put people in prison in 2 instances for life. To say that you have been stealing from this country, have a seat here and cool your heels for a minute while we try to fix things. What am I saying? That you cannot take an example from the developed if you're not ready to do what the developed did. So here we are using the example over and over again. Here we are saying things must change. People will go to jail. You've just said it this morning. But who is the one who is going to come and say, shut everything down and let's deal with this rot? You can't build on top of
garbage.
You can't. And this is what Kenyans are saying. Okay, we hear people saying this all the time. But then who's the one who's going to say, enough is enough? I don't care if you're my friend. If you've done wrong, you've done wrong. Cool your heels over here. Who's going to do that? Because everybody's still a little bit too nice.
My name is Boniface Mwangi. Okay. I am running for president, and I will jail the thieves. Big or small, all the crooks will end up in jail. And if we are successful in changing the law, we are going to hang all the thieves who have stolen from this country. If you're an economic thief, we shall have public hanging at Uhuru Park. That I assure you. We must talk about that. And I want you, when you host other people who are running for president or in other office, ask them what are they going to do about corruption. And if they are working with those thieves, ask them, how are you going to jail your friend? Because the problem we have is that we talk tough about corruption, but we realize our friends are thieves. So you have to go soft about it. And one of the most touchy issues in this country is corruption, because everyone in that parliament or in that senate, most of them are thieves. They've been given money they've been given bribes to vote for a motion or to acquit a governor or to do many hanky-panky business. So they're very afraid about corruption. We're going to talk about rule of law. What does rule of law say? We must go after big thieves, because this country is very particular about small thieves. If you snatch a phone or if you steal a chicken, we burn you alive.
Right.
But if you steal a lot of money, we elect you to the presidency. And that has to come to an end. And the Kenyan voter must be very careful in this coming election. The more money someone has, the more likely is a thief. Because it is impossible to become a billionaire in this country without being a thief. You haven't invented, you haven't innovated, you haven't come up with and you're not entrepreneurial at all. That your entire life you're a DO or a minister in Kanu's government, then you tell us you're a billionaire and you have businesses. You stole that money. Because in the 90s, the salary of a member of parliament between 92 and 97, Ruto's salary and Madakarua's salary was 5,000 a month as a member of parliament. Plus allowance is 20,000. If you're earning 20,000 in a month in the 90s, how do you become a billionaire? How come you're the only billionaire in this country? How come Kogiwa Mwere, Gitobi Manyara, and the likes are not billionaires and in the same parliament with you? Or even Shikuku, who was longer from the 60s, died a pauper in Ushago. Because basically you went into power or you used government office to steal land, to get illegal tenders, to do all manner of things. And the only way you can have a new country is ensuring that any person who was part of KANU does not get into power in post-2027. The only way to fix this country is to fagia wote. We say for once, we have tried replacing 2, 3, 4 people. Let's replace 100%. And then you tell these people that if you dare not deliver, we are going to shut down the country, back in the streets, and remove you. Popular pricing. We must make popular pricing the norm in this country. That if we know that the power belongs to the people, that if we fail to deliver, we don't wait for 5 years. We take to the streets, we march to State House, and we remove you.
Yeah. Bonnie, do you think the public has bought that idea of getting rid of each and every single individual who's put their hand in the cookie jar? Because it still goes back to Kenyans and who they vote for and who they put into these offices. Because unless Mwananchi decides to do things differently, we are not moving anywhere. from where you sit, do we have